Ready, set, courtesy. I would dedicate martial arts. Student creep begin. I must develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that could reduce my mental growth or physical health. Number two, I must develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. Number three, I must use common sense before self-defense, never be abusive or offensive. Number four, winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a winner. Number five, this is, we are, we are, we are, Asaf. Ready, set, courtesy. Alright, so Black Belt test just happened, and candidates, I want to know how you feel about, the test, alright? I'm probably going to ask you during Thursday Zoom and during during Thursday class and Friday Zoom. So, yeah, but, yeah, I don't know. I just want to know how you feel. How were you the day afterwards on that Sunday? I was sore. I was pretty sick. But, like, my throat hurt and I had a headache. And, I think I may have had a tiny fever, but couldn't tell if I was just warm or if it was a fever. I don't know. But I made myself really sick because I wasn't healthy. But, yeah, so I want to know how you guys felt and how much pain it was. Oh yeah, so there has been a little bit of confusion regarding the AK form review class. That is still going to happen every week on Wednesdays. Um, the time might change, so make sure when you look at the post with all the links, make sure you check what time that is. But yeah, the time might change. But um, yeah, it still exists. I would love if you guys showed up. I kind of, it's kind of like a candidates class really now, except without the push-ups, sit-ups, all that jazz. It's just the forms, getting down and dirty with it, getting all the details, all of the beating up the bad guy pieces. Um, so yeah, yeah, AK review class still going on, still popping. So if you just tested, feel free to come in. If you are, if you want to test, feel free, come on in. If you're not even a red black belt yet, doesn't matter. Come on in. I just want people showing up. It's a cool class. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So I want to see you guys make your own variation of this video. All right. So the guy did was he took his sword. All right. He had it here, and I don't know if you see in like some TV shows, like some guy with a sword will pull it out super fast and cut and put it back uh, into his scabbard. So that's what he's trying to imitate. So he's going, and then a lemon cuts in half. All right, but I want to see you guys make your own funny version of it. So take your boken, put it in your hip, go bam, and then have something fall in half, or you could have someone standing behind you and have like a I don't know a like you could pretend to cut something in front of you, but then you cut something behind you on accident. I don't know. Yeah, maybe someone's like mopping the floor. You go boom, and then the mop breaks in half. I don't know. It's cool. It's creative. Anyways, get your bokens there. All right. So start at the knee, up, slice, look, up, slice, 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 boom, right? Slice, slice, up, slice, boom. Alright, so I've made a mistake, alright? So I want everyone to come to the horse stance and push up, alright? What you're going to do is you're going to step feet together, step out to the corner, and you're going to cut down in front of you. And then when you step, this still stays the same. You still, after the cut down, you still step forward and slice down. But, yeah, so the sword comes over your head and down. Alright? So let's start that one more time. Here, I'll try and do it from the side so that way I have more room. I don't know if you guys would prefer this. Boom. Look. Up. Slice. 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 Boom. 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 Up. Alright, so here we've got up. You look. You step feet together. You look behind you. Then you step, turn, slice down. And then you step forward and slice down. Right? And then the most fun part. Ha! Swish! Yeah, so take this, practice it, alright? I have, all the other videos that you guys can go back to, learn all the moves. You can slow this one down. And once you have all the moves, then I want to take this and, make it better, make it cooler and more effective. Alrighty, so we have our sword. Alright, we're working on accuracy this month. Alright? So accuracy is doing it right. Okay? Now, there's those magic 3 steps that we have with doing it right. Okay? We have hitting it with the right, we have hit the right thing, right? Hit our right target at the right time, alright? And with the right tool, okay? So, for example, alright? If I'm doing a front kick, alright? And I'm in my guard stance, I turn the foot, alright? With a front kick, I'm probably going to aim for the hips to push them away, alright? Or I might want to aim for the solar plexus, right? If I'm hitting with the ball in my foot, I want to hit maybe the solar plexus, alright? Maybe push them back a little bit. So, I'm in my guard stance, up, and I find the target and I push, alright? So now, I also want to kick at the right time, okay? So someone could be coming at me. If they're right here, they're a bit close for kicking, alright? So I might want to, grab them and elbow them, or, jab, like right up to the nose. Just jab, cross. If they're right in front of me, sometimes a kick isn't always the best, right? So I want to get in my guard stance. If they're running at me, I want to make sure I kick at the right time to push them as best I can, alright? So we've got guard stance, we got the right target with at the right time, now the right tool, alright? I did not know that you could do front kicks with your heel or even with your full foot, but I actually learned that this week, alright? So there's a push kick, which uses your entire foot, alright? Are we trying to push them away, their full foot? Or are we trying to do like an uppercut move, maybe up, like hit up into the ribs, or maybe up to the nose or up to the chin, alright? We can do front kicks with our heel, alright? So, up, alright? With our heel is going to come up and hit. Or we have the traditional front kick with the ball of the foot, alright? It's a little jab, just a bah, alright? So there's also boom, alright? So there's different tools, different targets, alright? Different times that you would use those, alright? So we're going to do that with the sword, alright? So we're going to bring it here, down, alright? Slice, alright? Now, a sword, there's really only one or two things that you can hit with. We have the blade, alright? The front, like the tip, maybe you want to stab, or if we're getting really fancy, we might want to, hit with this. But to be honest, if we have a blade, it might not be worth hitting with this. Unless they have like armor. But yeah. So boom, boom. Alright, we cut across with the blade, right? Our blade faces that way. Look. We bring our sword up, we block, alright? So we use the right tool when we cut across. Now we're gonna think about the right target for this one, alright? We know the right tool is the blade. Now, the right target is, this is an up block, right? Someone's coming down and striking. We're gonna angle our sword, alright? They're gonna hit, and then their weapon is gonna drag down that way, alright? So we up block, up, slice, up block, slice, up block, slice, alright? Boom. Boom, alright? Always using the blade. Boom. Up, down, and slice, alright? So, I know this has been a little bit of a slower moving class, but what I want to get, the point I want to get across is that when you're doing your forms, there's a lot of things to think about, alright? And that's just with accuracy, alright? You want to hit with the right target at the right time with the right tool, okay? So, I want you guys to think about where the bad guy is and how you are moving the bad guy with your sword, alright? So, the bad guy is right here, alright? And I'm at the knee, I'm here. I high block, alright? If I'm high blocking, where's their weight going? Their weight is coming towards me, and it's also pushing down, right? So, now, since their weight is pushing down, I'm going to push against it, and now I'm going to come around, alright? I'm going to redirect it, so that way they're still falling. The weapon isn't in the way anymore. They're still falling towards me, and I cut across, alright? I cut here. So, with like a real sword, it would probably go just clean through. It just enter this side, come out this side, alright? So, they're right here, up, try and get that push, that get the weapon out of there, and then across, alright? And now, over here, we block, alright? And we push that weapon, and across, alright? Now, I'm going to skip ahead in the form, alright? So, we did that move, alright? Now we're here, alright? Why would we use this move, alright? Why would we go from here? Why would we step back? Because we're retreating, right? And why do we retreat? We create distance, alright? So we're creating distance, alright? We got our sword out long, so that way if they're running, they jab themselves on it, alright? So think, where would we want to, if they were running towards us, where would they want to get stuck? Would we want to stick them in the stomach, in the throat, in the solar plexus, in the kneecaps? Where do we want the sword? I would probably put this at either, like, at the heart or at the throat, alright? So, these are some things just to think about. So we're here. I'm going to keep it at the throat for now, alright? And now, I'm going to spin. I look. I strike across, alright? I step forward. I strike across, alright? These are the targets going across the torso. And now, here, alright? the blade is pointing up. We're going to push off the ground like last month. Power, pushing off the ground to push against their weapon. Alright, now that we pushed against their weapon, their weight was coming down. We just pushed their weight back up. Alright, so their arm is in the air, which leaves their head open and their shoulders open. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down. It's not coming right over the top of the head, but it's coming down at an angle. Right? It's coming, and it's going to cut right here. Alright? So, boom. Alright, and then here, we've got the other side. Watch how, see how it goes across this line? It's coming across here. That's the cut. Alright? So, we just did this. Now you cut across, down, this way. Alright? So we just made a fat X in that guy's body. Alright? I think that's pretty cool. So I want you to go through the form, alright? I want you to pick it apart, alright? Figure out, just figure out what you could be hitting, alright? Yeah. Alright, so I took a long time with that sword form, but, there's some, like, juiciness in there, alright? It kind of seems basic when I was telling you like where to cut, but it was more the thinking. All right, so I want you guys to think about that every time you do a form. All right, so now I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna leave this up to your own creative devices with AK-10. So here, chop, punch, roundhouse, kick, kick. Now face the front, down, punch, punch, grab, punch, punch, and then cup and saucer, boom, pull back. Alright? Now let's move on to part B. Boom, 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 yeah. Kick, chop, chop. Alright? Now here's the hard part. Alright? The hook kicks. Alright? So look, side kick, hook it, and back. Alright? Oh, kick. Alright? Boom. 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 Alright? So, I want you guys, alright? I see how I like made a mistake in the hook kicks. Alright? I want you guys to I'm honest with myself, right? I made the mistake, I know I made the mistake, and I recovered from it, alright? So I want you guys to think about yourselves when you do this form, right? Think like are you very, very confident in the tornado kicks, or do you need more work on it? Are you very confident in your hook kicks, or do you need more work on it, right? I want you to pick one of those two kicks, alright? And I want you to work on those, either, hit a pillow, or try and hit your hand, alright? That's like for tornado kicks, mainly. For hook kicks, maybe if you could have someone with a stuffed animal, toss it up in the air, you spin, you look at the stuffed animal, and then kick the stuffed animal out of the air, alright? Yeah. Another good thing that I like to do is I just throw spinning side kicks. Like, that way I know I have the chamber in there, alright? So I throw a spin side kick, and I basically hold it out for a little bit too long before I rechamber it, alright? So I still get the hook in there, but I just think of it differently, alright? So start working on whatever you need to, and yeah. Alright, now with that kick that you chose to improve upon, alright? I want you guys to do the form, alright? I want you to throw that kick in there, alright? And I want you to see, can you make it flow with the form, alright? Because sometimes, doing a tornado kick is easier than doing a roundhouse into a tornado kick. Sometimes a hook kick is better from this guard stance than from this guard stance. All right. So I want you guys to practice that and throw it into the form. All right. And then after that, I want you guys to throw it into any scenario you want. All right. You're gonna create a form. All right. You're gonna have one of those kicks in it. All right. And I want you to think of any scenario to get that kick in there, all right? So AK-10, you have the roundhouse kick into the tornado kicks, all right? Spin hook kicks, you step back and you chop before you do the spin hook kicks, all right? So I want you guys to maybe do, I don't know, pop front kick into one of those kicks, or try and do a cartwheel into one of those kicks. Make something creative, make something fun for you, all right? And then throw those kicks in there. That way you can do it right every time, not just when you're lined up to do it right, if that makes sense. So, yeah, practice doing different moves before the kicks. All right. So when you guys are done with your forms, I want them to be, let's say, I want them to be 7 moves. All right. A move with 7 moves. A form with 7 moves. All right. I want at least 1 chop, 1 punch, 1 roll or cartwheel, or it's called an inverted technique when your head goes below your legs. All right. So like a cartwheel or a roll or something. One of those, and heck, I'll throw in a spin in there. All right. So a spin other than the tornado or the hook kicks. All right. So that's what I want. I want to see you guys create your form and make it challenging for yourself. All right. Be honest with yourself. Is a front kick into a tornado kick something that you're really good at? Because if it is, maybe try something else. If a roundhouse kick into a spin hook kick is something you're really good at, try doing something else. All right. So yeah. All right. So those forms, I want you to throw those in the comments if you can. Yeah. And then yeah. Anyways, now we're gonna move on to book self-defense. All right. So the thing that bugs me about quarantine is that we're not working on our reflexes. We're not working on being in the middle of a fight. And I feel like accuracy is very, it's a very, like, it's a skill that really relies on, timing, all right? Hitting at the right time. So I want to see you guys get creative with this, right? If you have a sibling, have them throw something at you, or even better, if they do karate, have them punch you. If you don't, I've seen videos where people take a snow shovel, all right, they put a stuffed animal at the handle part of the shovel, and then they take something heavy, like, I don't know, like a textbook or a, I don't know, a box or something, they throw it onto the shovel part of the shovel, and the lever catapults the, stuffed animal. Sometimes the stuffed animal goes like backwards, it goes up in the air. It gets very tricky, but I want you guys to get creative. Figure out how you can do this to have something come towards you, all right? So you throw the box onto the shovel, thing comes towards you, and then as it's coming towards you, you hit it with the book, or even better, step to the side and push it out of the way, all right? So, yeah, figure out something, all right? Now, book self-defense. We got this. Step back. Boom. Push. Corner into the kidneys. Alright? The corner is the tool that goes into the target, which is the kidneys. Alright? And you have to do it at the right time. As the arm is pushed over here, that leaves these kidneys open. Alright? So this is more accuracy stuff to throw into this self-defense, alright? So step back, boom, 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 and then get away. Alright? Practice that on your own, and then I want you guys, have fun with this, right? It's week 1 of the 3rd month, alright? The 3rd month, we know the material now. Now we're solidifying it. All right. We know what we're working with. Now we just need to glue it together. So I want you guys to take this and make it fun, so that way the next coming weeks we have a good understanding to smash it all together. All right. So yeah, start working on that book defense and make it fun. All right. So we're working on accuracy this month. All right, hitting right target at the right time with the right tool. All right, we've kind of pounded that in. But something I've mentioned but I haven't fully explained yet is honesty. All right, we've talked about being honest with ourselves, trying to figure out what we like, what we're good at, what we're bad at, trying to figure out what we need to work on and change up how we look at things. All right. Now, being honest with yourself is great, all right, but it's not the only thing that honesty encapsulates, all right. We also have to be honest in society with other people, all right. So, if I if like let's pretend that I had I don't know, let's pretend my room was a complete mess, all right. There was food everywhere. There was random old like wrappers from 20 years ago. And I told my mom, "Yep, my room's clean. Yeah, everything's cool." But then the next week we get a ton of ants in the house, and we get mice and all this stuff. My mom's trying to figure out where this could have come from. She doesn't know the source, so she can't help us, you know, get rid of the source. All right. But if I say, "Oh yeah, it was my room. There's a ton of stuff everywhere," then you can, work together, get rid of that source of the bad stuff. All right. Now that's just like a minimalistic. Uh, no, it's just a small example. All right. So but in other ways, honesty can really hurt people's feelings, or dishonesty can really hurt people's feelings. All right, like promising someone that you'll do something and you don't live up to that promise. Right, that's always a big one that hurts others. All right, so um yeah, so I want you guys to think about that as we go through this month, but also keep it throughout all the other months. All right.